Good pick.
I'm going to have to agree. I personally didn't even know he had a second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that one.
This is going to be good. Now, this is a Lasher Takeda from, obviously, Buffalo, if you could see the jersey from there, going up against KP. Lasher against Kitana. KP is opting to go with Assassin, no doubt, for the parry against Lasher.
I remember at the Buffalo tournament.
He caused an upset and beat Honeybee.
That was it. Yeah, because I'm about to say, I remember a Lasher Takeda from that tournament. Neuby.
That's who. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so now Neuby is not someone to take lightly. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. And
this is a variation very likely seen. His range is outstanding. His jump back two, the range he possesses with his whips. He's a really good character.
And the down forward one, that long ranging poke is so right there.
And the jump back one, I believe it is so hard to deal with when your character doesn't have long range.
Right. There you go. All right. So now KP trying to get some big damage in here. Not dropping it. Hard knockdown. What?
What just happened?
What was that?
We don't know. The gods don't know.
EXDP to make something happen. The buff is still there. This is going to do some serious damage. Neutral jump punch into the hard knockdown. Both has a bar meter.
And wow, what a
and he goes for the armor. Neuby clutching out the first round. Very smart stuff.
I respect Neuby there for not waking up or pressing a button, because he can hold that parry.
Very nice. You know what? KP was waiting for that back two. A jump punch in a back two is not real. You can punish that with a poke.
Yes, you can.
If you're in the right range. But KP just is showing this ridiculous corner pressure right now, not letting Neuby breathe to make sure that he doesn't go within that space.
And right now, looking at the health for Neuby, this is really all about building meter. I wouldn't spend meter here on combos. Yep, I keep it nice and simple.
Wow, very nice read by Neuby. And the EXDP by KP. Going to close out this second round.
I would be very happy as Neuby right now because I got Kitana Prime to come off a bar meter, and I built the bar in the process. Going into round 3.
And you know what? I respect the fact that KP went for unbreakable damage and tried to build just a little bit more meter. He had a good enough life lead to believe in himself that Neuby wasn't going to get that big, comeback. So just playing the full screen game.
Oh.
Goes for it anyway. The assassin run paying off for KP. Back one stagger. Beautiful stuff. Neuby doesn't have enough meter to break, but is sitting on a bar to be able to get out of that corner if he chooses to, and there it is, forcing KP to break. Moral victory in itself.
And I like seeing from Neuby the risk that he's trying to take out of that corner.
Now this is the range and the position that Neuby wants to be at. Lasher does a very good amount of damage in the corner. The wake up grab by KP to switch positions. Neuby having one bar meter, unpunishable.
Wake up throw is one of the most savage things a man can do in MKX.
And KP knows exactly when to do it. Neuby just sitting on his last leg, and there you go, KP.
What a comeback from KP there. That was a great adjustment. And right there, at the start of round 2, you saw him jump over, and that's one of Lasher Takeda's weaknesses, or really all Takeda's weaknesses, is when they whiff that giant back 2, I believe it's called back 2, is that it whiffs forever.
Very nice defense by Kitana Prime.
If you're able to jump it.
If you're able to jump it, yeah.
If you're able to jump it.
Which is really hard to do.
Oh, here we go. Some swag here from Kitana Prime.
KP's getting into the swing of things. The crowd is winding up to watch this set. Tries to open him up with the back two. Doesn't work. Neuby responding with some pressure of his own. Hard knockdown. Back 2-2 mix up. Here comes all of the mix. And the EXDP getting rid of that pressure once and for all.
That's twice that's paid off for KP, just the raw DP mid
He just seems to know, and you know what? And I think it's because one of the worst things you could do is overthink your opponent. He's doing it until he realized that Neuby is going to respect it and wait. Here we go, some decent damage into here. Hard knockdown. There you go, gets opened up finally. Neuby getting some good damage in there, 32%. And the mix is all there for him. 4-1-2 stagger into the grab.
And at any moment, a low kunai could be coming.
And that was just absolutely dominating. You want to talk about suffocating mix-ups like that. That was Neuby. That was like a whole new player right there.
That was, oh my gosh.
That was A great read to keep himself out of the corner.
That's 3 that have just been really ballsy by KP that have paid off so far.
Oh, doesn't get the hit confirmed. Great blocks by Neuby, trying to make something work.
There's that jump back 2 or 1 that's so hard to deal with.
There you go, had to break. Wanted to keep Neuby as close to the corner as possible. Neuby not sitting on any meter.
And that was an instant air fan if I've ever seen one.
And you see, and KP is starting to realize that he has Neuby condition. Neuby took a step back after knocking him down because he saw KP had that bar for the EXDP. Oh, very nice fan just catching him off there. Neuby still trying to work his way in.
If he hadn't thrown that fan, that he would have caught him with that string.
And there's a parry just holding on to it. 21%.
That's going to do it.
And there you go. Is he going to go for, oh, he's going for the brutality. And Neuby wants no part of it.
Absolutely not.
Now, does Neuby have any other characters?
From my experience with Takeda players, their secondaries and thirdsies are the other variations of Takeda.
We saw Ethereal. Did we not just see Ethereal, or am I crazy? No, she has the size.
You're definitely crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely crazy. That much I know. I know I'm crazy. That would have been hype to see Ethereal. And you know what? If you look at it from a theory fighting point of view, Ethereal's not a terrible choice for this matchup.
Now,
it is Ethereal. You're crazy, man.
Okay. Wait, let's be serious. I am crazy. But this is kind of what we saw in Injustice, where against zoners, that meter bird teleport against zoners is so effective.
All right, so now Mileena, the bane of everyone's existence, doesn't go for the punish on the DP. Is it ethereal or ethereal?
I've always heard it ethereal.
Ethereal? I think I'm getting blown up. I don't know.
We can get blown up. It's okay.
Hey, is it ethereal or ethereal? Ethereal. It is ethereal. Everyone needs to leave know. You heard it from Saltface himself.
Saltface himself. So if we're all wrong, blow Saltface up.
Yeah, blame Saltface. He plays the character. All right, so Neuby taking the first round.
Convincingly. But KP sitting on 2 paddles, really.
Oh, doesn't go for a ball roll as an anti-air, but KP dropping the combo, picking it back up with a neutral jump punch. And there we go, just still going in there. Goes for the hard knockdown into the sharpen, trying to get some big damage in there. Very nice grab.
I'm curious if he didn't do the low, if he'd have done a high or a mid, if the parry would have worked behind her.
You know what? At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm really glad that he did a low, though.
Yeah, that was very good. And KP taking a round to adjust, but picking it back up where he left off. Sitting on set point to put Neuby into losers. Oh, just drops the combo.
That's twice that he's tried that same exact conversion.
He needs to be careful. If Neuby goes up a game, he could get the momentum that he needs. Very nice read. He is pretty much 90% on with these EXDPs.
And the one that he blocked didn't go punished.
Just playing the spacing game now. Neuby sitting on a good amount of bar. Building some more meter just in case he gets clipped. And there it is. EX roll. Getting something started. Goes for the Oki. If one mix-up is going to do it either way. Neuby trying to make something happening. On his last leg, KP does have 2 bars for a breaker. Will we see a DP to close it out? And the EX Assassin run. And there it is. KP taking out Neuby 3-0. Trying to do fatality. What a noob.
And he missed it.
And he missed it entirely.
Anytime you see like a shimmy and then jump, it's a missed fatality. So
that was impressive on both ends. You know what?
Yeah,
Neuby still played very great with Lasher and Mileena. You know, he was trying to throw KP off. But KP's defense is just on point right now.
And except the reads, but being about 90% on the reads is, whew, you're gonna win.
You know what? And at the end of the day, Neuby still got some of those mix-ups off. So the momentum could have shifted, but KP just maintained composure.
Yeah, I just saw that one round where he just put him in the corner and bullied him to death.
Now,